Okay, so this 8:30 class is traditionally a power flow at the studio. So we are going to do a power flow this morning. And whenever I think of power, I always think of the Baptiste series. So I'm not a Baptiste teacher, but I do like the Sun A, Sun B, the tradition of that. So we'll do a couple rounds of those, and then I'll break away from Baptiste a little bit. But take breaks when you need to. This is your practice. You're in your own space, your own home. I'll probably kind of work us all the way around the mat, maybe off the mat a little bit. But like I said before, take breaks when you need to, skip what you need to. Just enjoy this next hour. We are going to, I would ask for requests, but I can't now because you guys are all off mic. But we are going to start in child's pose. So take a few moments to make your way there at the back of your mat. Big toes together. Hips to your heels. Forehead lands on the mat or close to it. And we'll start with our arms reaching out, so extended child's pose. You can let your forearms, your palms be heavy. Let your head be heavy. Just take a moment to arrive. Acknowledge your morning, acknowledge all the steps that you took to get right here on your mat for your practice today. Take a deep, sweet breath in through your nose. Maybe the first big breath of your day, and then open your mouth, exhale, let it out. Let's take that again, deeper breath in through your nose, feel it flood your rib cage, your belly. And then open your mouth, push it out. Let's take two more like that, getting even bigger and more expansive with each breath. Fill up. Open your mouth, exhale. Pull the belly button towards your spine. So starting to engage the core just a little bit. Take one more big breath like that. Inhale. Push the belly button out. One more sip. Open the mouth, exhale. Maybe stick out your tongue. Really force it out. And then seal your lips. And start to take Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi inhales and exhales. So you find that constriction in the back of the throat, the little whisper muscles back there. And we start to even out the texture of the inhales and the exhales. Usually we think about Ujjayi happening on the exhale, and that's fantastic, but can we also find that texture, that constriction, that intensity or intention on the inhales as well? And it might make a little gurgling noise in the back of your throat. You're at home, so it's okay. No one there to judge you. And then you try to make the inhales and the exhales the same length. So take two more rounds on your own. Maybe adding a count of 5 or 6. But also remembering that constriction, that ocean sounds that you're trying to make. Let's take one more inhale. Maybe reach your fingertips a little bit farther away from you. You can come up onto the fingertips, get a little shoulder stretch. As you push your air out and pull the navel to your spine, go ahead and drift your shoulders to land on top of your wrist, coming into tabletop. Tuck your toes here. Inhale to cow pose. Draw the shoulders back away from your ears, lower your belly, lift your chin. Exhale, go the opposite way around your spine for cat. I'm doing a quick warm up here, so we'll take about 2 or 3 more rounds of cat and cow. You can make them your own thing. I'm not going to cue us too much through cat and cow. I know you guys are pros. So move your spine, move around the wrist a little bit. You can do traditional cat and cow, or maybe like those spinal waves that I like to do. Totally up to you. Your favorite Sunday morning ritual warm up. Just take it. Start to match movement to breath. Inhale is going one way, exhale is going the other. Let's do inhale to cow pose one more time. Lower the belly, pull the chest through the biceps, give a slight micro bend in your elbows. As you exhale, push your hips back so much that you can lift your knees. Draw the knees towards your chest and hold. And then inhale, come right back to cow. Lean forward, press into your fingertips like you're looking over the edge of a cliff, really lean. As you exhale, push back so much that you can lift your knees like you're gonna give them a little sniff. But you're exhaling, so that's last time. Inhale, come forward, cow. Good, exhale, push back. This time we'll take it all the way to downward facing dog. So as you lift your knees, keep the thighs pulling into your chest. And then lift your hips. Once you get there, your first down dog of the day, pedal out your feet, rock your hips to your down dog ritual. Shake your head, yes and no. Spread your fingers. And try to spread your toes too. Start to settle into the shape, finding a little stillness. Coming back to that ujjayi breath. And getting present with how the shape feels today. How are your hamstrings, your shoulders? Maybe you feel a little tired. Maybe you feel like you have tons of energy. Just acknowledge whatever that may be, that feeling. Let's take a big breath together wherever you are. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Micro bend your knees as you inhale, fill up and lift up onto your tiptoes. Good, open mouth, exhale, soften the heels back down. 2 more like that. Inhale, push and shrug. Open mouth, exhale, melt the heels. Last time, inhale, lift, lift, lift. This time gaze forwards and slowly tiptoe to the top of your mat. Now I can't see how slow you guys are going, but I trust that you're going as slow as you possibly can. For 3, for 2, maybe you give a little wrist tap with the toes. Find your forward fold once you get to the top of your mat. Bend your knees so that your belly, I'm so used to walking around, so that your belly rests on your thighs. You can grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. Maybe you sway, or maybe you stay. Remember, this is your practice. Start to sway back to center. Take a big inhale, fill your lungs, fill your rib cage, your belly so much that you almost lift out of this fold. As you exhale, push the air out, try to sink a little bit deeper. This time, take a full halfway lift. Inhale, expand the same way in the ribs and the belly, but slide your hands up your shins, lean out. Exhale, wave it back down, forward fold. Let's do 1 more like that. Inhale, press through the big toes, lean forward, halfway lift. Exhale, belly to thighs, forward fold. On this next inhale, slowly rise all the way to standing, but ignite that action from your feet. Really push into the ground, push through your legs until you stack one vertebrae on top of the other. Coming to standing once you get there. Let the head come last. Take a couple of shoulder rolls. How we doing? I can see you guys a little better. Good. You can hear me okay? Awesome. Maybe give a little bounce. Whatever you're feeling like this morning, just shake off that stale energy, all that sleep you just did. And once you get to the top of your mat, bring your big toes to touch and then fan your toes out from there. So once you get the toes fanning, set them on the mat, and then imagine you're trying to suck up through a straw in the middle of your foot. And then relax your shoulders, keep a soft bend in your knees. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to maybe set an intention for your practice today. Maybe that's as simple as staying present as being here and now. letting the outside world just fade away for a little while so that you can really hone in on how you feel today rather than everyone else. Let's take a breath together. Inhale fully. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, you can reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll begin our Sun A practice. And remember, this is breath to movement, so try to keep it slow and steady. On your next inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, slowly fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, plant your hands. Let's step back to downward facing dog for this first one. So one foot at a time. And we'll measure out our planks. Take your feet about hips width distance, bend your knees. As you inhale, take a little body roll or spinal wave forward to high plank. And then exhale, go right back to downward facing dog. Let's do two more. Inhale, push from your toes, wave forward, just like you're taking your torso or your hips over a wheel. And then as you go back, you go underneath the wheel. One more. Inhale, wave over the wheel. Exhale, bend your knees, sweep underneath. Good. Inhale, let's come forward one more time. This time we'll take our flow. Modify by lowering the knees anytime you need to. Shift your hips forward. Exhale, come down halfway. This power flow, so let's do a couple more of those. Inhale, push up. Exhale, take it down halfway. Modified chaturanga. One more. Inhale, push the index knuckles, protract your shoulder girdle. Exhale, come down halfway, pause. Untuck your toes. See if you can lift your knees and hover for 3. Build a little bit of heat. Scoop the belly up for 2. 1, come all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra. Press into the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your heart. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, release. My coffee's too close. Let's do that one more time, but start the action from your feet again. Scoop your belly, press down. Inhale, lift your heart. Good. See if you can stay. Draw the shoulder blades together. So much that maybe you can lift your fingertips off the ground. Lengthen the back of your neck. Take one more sip of air. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, release. Come back to tabletop or child's pose. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, pedal it out. Got about 2 full rounds of breath here. Check in. How is your breath? Is it short? Is it choppy? Or can you lengthen it back out to those same lengths, ujjayi breaths that we were practicing before? And take one more big breath in. Good. Exhale, let it out. On your next breath, lift up onto your tiptoes, shift a little bit of weight forward into your hands. As you exhale, push back to that turbo dog, bending your knees, chest to thighs. Let's do that again. Inhale, push onto your tiptoes, shrug your shoulders, shift a little bit forward. Exhale, turbo dog. Last time, inhale, lift and shrug. Exhale, turbo dog, look forward. And then as you inhale, take one big step and then another right into a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, sweep your arms all the way up. Tadasana. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart center. Reset. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward. Sun style number 2. Inhale, halfway lift, slight micro bend in the knees. Exhale, plant your hands. This time we'll go right to high plank. Step your feet back and pause. You can lower the knees, keep them lifted, whichever feels best for you right now. Press into your index knuckles to move your upper back away from the ground. Knit your ribs, scoop the belly. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down halfway. Good. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. Keep a slight micro bend in your elbows. Take one more sip, look up. Exhale, push down, lift your hips, downward facing dog. So that's the full variation of Sun Style A. You can do that one or the more modified one on any round. Stuff isn't always linear. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, lift onto your tiptoes, slight shift forward. Exhale, turbo dog. This time as you travel, you can walk or maybe take a little hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way to standing. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. Exhale, Samasthiti. Let's go again. Inhale, reach up. Full breath, exhale, forward fold. Full breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. You can step, or if you're hopping back, go right to chaturanga. Shift your heart forward. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. It's so weird to demo all of this. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, soften your heels, soften the knees. One more breath. Seal the lips, ujjayi, exhale. Be so loud that maybe someone else can hear you. Inhale, shift forward a little. Exhale, turbo dog. Look at the top of your mat. Inhale to travel. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way to standing. Sweep up. Exhale, sweep it right back down. Let's go a little bit faster for this last round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop to chaturanga. Inhale, sweep the heart forward. Upward facing dog, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Push to the hands and the feet, lift your hips. You get right to it. Inhale, fill up and expand. Then as you exhale, pull everything back towards the midline. It's almost like you're trying to stretch your mat as you inhale in all four directions. Then as you exhale, pull it back. Inhale, shift or lift up onto your tiptoes, shift forward. Exhale, turbo dog. Inhale to travel. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way to standing. Good, this time as you exhale, sit into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Now take your feet a little bit apart, so not crazy apart, maybe like an inch. And instead of pressing your knees against one another or squeezing that imaginary block, I want you to pretend you're stretching your mat widthwise. And then use that engagement of the glutes of the inner thighs to sit a little bit deeper. Knit your front ribs, but try to draw your biceps back by your ears. Find your drishti. Remember why you signed up for this. Take one more breath. Exhale, sit a little lower. Lift and spread your toes. I'm right here doing it with you guys. Last inhale. Woo, exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Moving into sun salutation Beat. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back. Take your flow. So from now on, these flows are optional. It is power flow, so I think that you guys will probably do most of them. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming into warrior one on the right side. I like to step my left foot out a little bit, and then the right foot forward. Makes me feel like I'm surfing. As you inhale, push down, lift your arms up. So we'll spend a little bit of time here on this first round. So adjust your feet as you need to, maybe widen your stance. Reach your arms up. As you inhale, try to square the shoulders. So draw that right shoulder back, the left shoulder forward slightly. Scoop your belly, and then sink into that front knee. Push out of the blade edge of the back foot. Take one more breath, look up, maybe even bring the hands together. Exhale, sweep the hands down, frame your front foot, step back and flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog right into the left side. So I like to step my right foot out, left foot forward. Rise up, and we'll stay. So as you settle, as you exhale, pull the left hip back, right hip slightly forward. And then the same with the shoulders. Really reach to those right fingertips. Knit the ribs, but then express the heart up. Take one more inhale, maybe bring the hands together. Exhale, sweep them down, and go right into chaturanga. So this is all happening on one exhale. Inhale, upward dog, which is why it's so hard to cue and do it at the same time. Exhale, downward facing dog. This is your break. You can come here or take child's pose. Take one more inhale. Stretch the mat. Remember front ways and sideways. Exhale, pull it back together by isometrically engaging your core. Inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes, shift forward slightly. Exhale to turbo dog. Inhale to travel. You'll get the hang of that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to chair pose, lower the hips, lift the arms. One breath. Exhale, push down through your feet, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, go right back into it. Chair pose, lower the hips, reach your arms up, lift your gaze. Exhale, forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, optional flow right here. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Yes, sun salutation Beat starts to get a little bit fast, so slow down your breath. Left foot out, right foot forward, warrior one. Exhale takes you right back down. Plant your hand, optional flow. How are you guys doing? Good. Left foot steps forward, and you rise up on the same breath. Full inhale, full exhale takes you right back down. You can always lower the knees in those chaturangas. Downward facing dog when you're done. Put the feet to the distance, soft bend in your knees. Really anchor down to your index knuckles and your fingertips. Inhale to stretch the mat, not digging the playlist. Exhale to pull everything back together. Take one more breath and really try to integrate all of those muscles in the back body and the front body. Inhale, lift onto your tiptoes. Exhale to turbo dog. Inhale to travel right into your half. So good. Exhale. Inhale, root to rise all the way to the end of the mountain. Oh, it's the chair. Exhale the chair. Beautiful. Press the feet out. Let's stay a little bit longer. Try to relax the shoulders. Really knit those front ribs, keep the belly up. And then press your feet away from one another to sit lower. So take one more breath. Open the chest up. Exhale forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, travel back, chaturanga. Remember, you can step, you can hop, you can crawl. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot steps out, right foot steps forward, and then rise up on the inhale. Exhale takes you right back. Chaturanga, vinyasa. Exhale down. Left side, warrior one. Start to find your rhythm here. Exhale takes you down. Because if you're going to mine and you're not breathing, that's when the stuff gets a little bit out of hand. The first time I took Baptiste, I almost thought I was going to throw up. But I realized it's because I wasn't breathing and I was just trying to follow the teacher's cues. And then after I figured that out, I liked it a little bit more. So make sure you're taking your full inhales and exhales. Even if it's not at the same time. I'm not really breathing because I'm talking to you. We're gonna do one more round of sun salutation Beat. I'm gonna let you guys go on your phone. So take one more breath here, maybe do that little shift forward. Exhale to turbo dog. Inhale to travel, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale to chair pose, lower your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, Salutation Beat, hands compared. Then you go in. Inhale, sit low and up. Exhale, forward fold. Stay with your breath. Go through one more round. That's each side, warrior one. With vinyasas in between. And we'll meet back at the top of the mat. Good. Try to lengthen out your breaths. Inhale and exhale. Go at your own pace. There's no rush. Once you get to downward facing dog, take 2 cleansing breaths. Maybe opening your mouth, sticking out your tongue, letting go of some of that heat. Lion's breath, or you can bubble the lips, which is my favorite. You're in your own private space, so don't worry about what you look like. Maybe you shake the shoulders and the hips. Take one more breath. And then come to the top of your mat. Take that last chair pose, lower the hips, lift your arms. As you exhale, press into the feet, draw your hands down to heart. We'll take a side stretch before we get going anywhere else. So widen your feet to about hips width distance, bend your knees. Reach your arms up, take your right hand to your left wrist. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, take it over. Keep that left hip pulling down. So if you let the left hip rise, it'll take away from the stretch. So if any hip is lifting, it's actually the right side. Take one more breath in. Good. As you exhale, come back to center, cactus the elbows. Take an inhale, puff. Exhale, lengthen. Take your left hand around your right wrist. Bend your knees. Inhale, lengthen up. As you exhale, really broaden that right side of your cage as you lean to the left side. Draw your right index finger back. Take one more breath. As you exhale, come back to center, cactus the elbows. Inhale, puff the heart while you pull the shoulder blades together to bring you back. Good. As you exhale, wave down. Interlace your hands behind your back. A little chest expansion stretch. Try to squeeze the heels of your hands together. Before you do anything, draw your shoulder blades back in. Take a breath. As you exhale, lift from your upper arm bones and then hang your head. Try to squeeze the upper arm bones together. Maybe lean forward into your big toes. You can sway side to side here. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, release your hands slowly, melt them to your lower back, and then release them down to the ground. Come right into a halfway lift. Lengthen the spine, look out. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Optional flow right here. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Once you get there, pedal the feet. So this is when we're going to start to deviate from that Baptiste sequence a little bit. Draw your big toes together. Push through your hands. On your next inhale, take your right leg up, three-legged dog. As you lift it, really try to spread your toes. Leave a micro bend in that left knee. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. As you exhale, open your hip. First time today, so take whatever you need to do here. Maybe circle the ankle, make big circles with the leg, whatever that hip needs. But keep pushing down through the right hand. Try to square the shoulders. That'll give you a bigger twist. Spread the toes. Take one more breath in. Reach that top leg. As you exhale, bend your knee. Draw it towards your right triceps. Let's go back. Inhale, take it back. Open the hip. It's kind of like you're a dog peeing on a hydrant. As you exhale, keep that right leg lifted as high as you can, knee to tricep. Last time, inhale, sweep it up and back. Exhale, knee to right tricep. This time, hold. Lift your heel towards your glute. Try to push your upper back away from the mat and squeeze here. If you've got the knee on the tricep, push the tricep against the knee as well. Take one more breath. As you exhale, shoot that right foot back. You can lower it down, go right into a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Power, flow. Ooh, let's bring the big toes to touch and go for the other side. Inhale, sweep your left leg up and back. Thread the toes. Really push that index knuckle. And then as you exhale, lift onto your right heel, open your hip. Same thing here. Try to keep those shoulders square. One more breath. Maybe lift up a little higher onto your toes. Reach that top foot. As you exhale, start to shift forward. Keep that left knee high. Knee to tricep. Two more. Stay in protraction the whole time. Inhale, lift it up and over. Exhale, pull in. Last time. Inhale, take it up and back. Exhale, pull in, and this time we pause. Really try to make space between your shoulder blades. Connect your knee to your tricep, and then push your tricep back against your knee for 3. For 2, inhale. Exhale, shoot the foot back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. So good. Nice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal the feet, spread your fingers, bend the knees. Take a big breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, let it out. Inhale, take a little shift forward. We're traveling. Exhale, turbo dog. Inhale takes you forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands, heel toe your feet out to the side. Spread your toes and then lower your hips between your heels. So you can have a slight external rotation here. Take your elbows to your inner thighs, hands to heart center. Balasana squat. And then imagine there's a wall behind you, really lean back. Try to anchor down through all four corners of your feet, and then lengthen your spine. Find a little lift of the hips so that we're not sinking into our flexibility, we're more in mobility here. Prepping, really tiring out the legs, and then we're gonna do crow pose. So you can sit on a block, you can stay here a little bit longer if you want to. Start to really try to lift your hips up. So feel that burn in your quads and your hip flexors. Maybe you take the arms off the thighs, lift them up. Pull the belly in, knit the ribs, hold for 3. For 2. Good, plant your hands, lift your hips. Option to just jump back and flow, or take your knees to your triceps, lean into your fingertips, and then maybe you lift one heel. Find those connector points. Remember the triceps on the knee on the triceps. Push them both against one another to lift your heel. And then lengthen the spine, hold for 3. For 2, press into your fingertips. If you're in crow, you can come down or try to jump back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Good, let's do that one more time, but this time when you guys hop forward, we're gonna try to land our feet outside of our hands. Cool? So we'll take the same approach. As you inhale, shift up onto your tiptoes. Exhale to turbo dog. Now think about where you're landing, look forward, and then inhale to jump. Nice, lower the hips right to that point where you still feel buoyant, you still feel like you're lifting. Let's skip the elbows this time. Take your arms straight up. Find a little burn. If you've got a block or something to squeeze, that'll take your mind off of your hips a little bit. Lean back into that imaginary wall, ground all four corners of your feet. Take 2 more breaths. Lift your hips a little higher on each exhale. Last breath in. Last exhale, stay, lift a little higher. On your next exhale, plant your hands, lift your hips, crow pose. Knees to triceps, lift one heel. Lean a little bit more forward and then lift the other. Yeah, nice job. Have to get close sometimes to you guys. Good, so pedal out your feet. We're gonna get into a little standing series and we're gonna do it a bunch of times. So not a bunch because we only have like 25 minutes left, but we're gonna repeat it because I feel like repetition really makes you feel like you're good at something, and I want you guys to feel confident and proud this morning. So we'll go slow the first time on each side, and then I'll let you guys play. So bring your big toes to touch. As you inhale, sweep your right foot up and back, 3-legged dog. As you exhale, open your hip. Inhale, reach a little further. As you exhale, draw your right knee to your left tricep. Pause. Lower your left heel. Now, this can be a side plank, or it can be a fallen triangle, or you can let the right foot hover. But as you inhale, take your right foot out to the side. Good, if you've got it lifted, bend your left knee, place the right foot on the ground, fallen triangle. Beautiful. So from here, this is where you're gonna get off your mat a little bit. Look at or start to square your shoulders, really press your right foot into the ground. And we're gonna try to step our left foot over. Yeah, like you're playing that game where you used to break dance and like go in a circle, like that. Good, now squeeze your inner thighs together. Start to lift weight out of that right hand and then stack your shoulders over your hips. So we've got the left foot kind of on the mat, the right foot's way out to the side. Yeah, and now you take your right hand or your left hand to grab your right wrist. Beautiful, big side stretch. Take an inhale, express. As you exhale, sweep your hands down to a block or your mat. We're coming to modified warrior 3. Lift your right leg, square the hips when you're ready. Maybe you lift the hands. Really spread your toes. Try to lift in every direction. We're starting on the left side, it's throwing me off. Take one more breath. And then as you exhale, start to draw your right foot to meet your left in chair pose. Slow motion, good. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, let it all go. Inhale, rise, standing one more time. Exhale, let it out. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands and flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog into the other side. Once you get there, big toes touch. Slight bend in your knees. We'll go right into it. Inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, open the hips, square the shoulders. Bend that right knee a little bit. Eventually, this can be a wild thing. Inhale, lift a little higher. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your right tricep. Lower that right heel on the ground. And then remember, you can side plank, you can kick the left foot out, or you go right into that fallen triangle. Take an inhale. As you exhale, lower that left foot. And then start to shift weight more into the inside of your left hand so that you can kick that right foot over and onto your mat. Squeeze your inner thighs. As you inhale, grab onto your left wrist, sweep it over your head. Exhale, stay for this first round. Take one more breath. Good. As you exhale, sweep your hands down. Get the weight back onto your mat. Modified warrior 3. Inhale, lift the heart. Lift that left heel. Maybe fly your arms. Scoop the belly up, knit the ribs. Take one more breath, lengthen in every direction. Exhale to chair pose. 3, 2, 1. Reach your arms up. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Now we go again. Exhale, plant your hands, travel back, optional flow. So it's pretty quick. And you guys can start to add on if you want to, or we'll do the same version again. Take a big breath in downward facing dog. Ujjayi, exhale, let it go. Big toes touch, inhale, sweep your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, open the hip. Now, if you wanted to go to wild thing, shift your shoulders forward, lower your right toe to the ground, and then inhale to express. As you exhale, sweep that right hand back down, knee comes all the way over to your left triceps. Ground the left heel, maybe reach your left arm up, and extend the foot. Cinch your right side to lengthen the left. Take one more inhale. Maybe let the right foot come down as you exhale. Fall in triangle. Inhale, zip up the core. Step your left foot all the way onto your mat. Squeeze your inner thighs, exhale. Inhale, grab onto your right wrist, sweep it over your head, side stretch. Exhale, sweep the hands down. Modified or full warrior 3. Press into your left big toe, lengthen. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, let it go. Whew. Inhale, all the way to standing, maybe a back bend if you need it. Exhale, let it go. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, travel back, vinyasa. Or skip it. You can totally skip it now. You're getting a little sweaty. Maybe you're slipping around on your mat. Do whatever you need to do to reset. Then big toes touch. Inhale, sweep your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Open the hip, exhale. If you went to wild thing on the other side, try it on this side. See how you go, and then you can make a different decision next time. Inhale to express. Exhale to zip up the core, plant your left hand, and swivel that left knee all the way around, side plank. Maybe go to fallen triangle. We're all gonna meet there. Take one more breath. Bend your back knee to slide that left foot out further. Inhale. Exhale, step the right foot over, set it down, and then side stretch, rise up. Little Shakti. Inhale, express the left side. Exhale, sweep the arms down, warrior 3. Inhale to lengthen in every direction, shoulders back, crown of head forward. Exhale to chair pose, slow it down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale all the way. Exhale, let it out. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. One more round on each side, guys. I'm not gonna cue as much. If you get lost, make it up. Doesn't matter that much. Bring your big toes in. Inhale, right leg sweeps up. Option look to go all the way to wild thing. You can stay a little bit longer or keep going breath to movement. When you're ready, you go all the way to side plank or fallen triangle. Eventually that right foot comes down, and we step the left foot over. On an inhale, take that side stretch. Exhale, bend forward, make your way to warrior three. Inhale to lift. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, let it go. Woo. Inhale, rise all the way up, open the chest. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, jump back, chaturanga, one more side. Exhale, downward facing dog right into it. Inhale, your left leg sweeps up. Exhale, open the hip or go to wild. Inhale here. Exhale, flip it over. Side plank or that hovering fallen triangle for a breath. As you exhale, slide the foot out as far as you can and start to lean the weight forward until you can step the right foot. Warrior three. Push into that bottom leg to lift. Exhale to chair pose. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, heart up, lift your arms. Exhale, let it go. Inhale all the way to standing, hook the thumbs, open the chest. Exhale, release. Halfway lift, hands on the shins, lengthen out. Exhale, plant your hands, optional chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog. We're gonna do one little slow hip opening flow, standing, and then we'll do the nice stretchy stuff at the end. Bring your big toes to touch. As you inhale, sweep the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot by your thumb. Lower your back heel, and then sweep your arms to warrior two. Woo. Take a moment to catch your breath and wipe your sweat. And then start to pull your right knee over your second or third toe. Reach the arms out, relax the shoulders, and then try to scoop your feet going forward to feel that right hip flexor, that right hip. As you inhale, press your feet away from one another. As you exhale, pull them back in, flip your front palm, and then exhale. Stay for the inhale, really reach out the heel of your right hand. As you exhale, cartwheel the hands, right elbow to right thigh. If you're pretty open and you want to go a little further, you can reach the fingertips towards the mat. Maybe take a bind. Keep doing the same thing with the feet though. As you inhale, you press out. As you exhale, you pull in. And as you're pulling in, that's your pelvic floor. That's your knee to the bottom. Now let's take it one more breath. Kind of lengthen the spine. Good. As you exhale, press into your front foot. Stack your shoulders back over your hips. Warrior two. Up into the self again. Bring it straight into the front leg and turn the toes towards the side of the mat. Go for a wide leg forward hold. You can interlace your fingers behind your back to whatever variation you want. As you inhale, open the heart. Send the hips back. Exhale, you hold. Hang your head all the way to the ground. And you can sway or you can just stay. If you want to go upside down, now we have the time. We've got space in your house. Lovely, great. You bring your forearms to the mat. And your fingers. Nice. Welcome to Gotta give you guys a little play. So if you're upside down, take one more breath. Push the ground away. And then slowly bring your feet back to touch. Everyone take a halfway lift together. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, quarter turn back to your mat. Lower your back knee, taking lizard lunge. So keep the hands inside of that right foot. And then as you inhale, pull your heart space forward and up. Shoulders back. As you exhale, bend your elbows and just play with dipping the chest. So we're not reaching the shoulders or the head, we're just dipping the heart down. Inhale, press up. Find that little ripple. As you exhale, dip again. Last time, inhale, ripple up, push to the fingers, lift the heart. Exhale, waves you down. We're gonna stay for a little bit. So maybe you come onto forearms, or onto a block, or you can use a water bottle even. Try to soften the hip space. So we've been moving a lot, so we're nice and warm, but now, and tight. Now try to be soft for a moment. Let the toes kind of do what they want to. Let the belly fall. And just breathe. Big full inhales. Slow ujjayi exhales. Let's take one more breath here. Maybe walk the hands forward, see if you can go a little deeper. Move the blocks out of the way on your next inhale. Lift up onto your fingertips. As you exhale, start to pull your right heel and your left knee towards one another. Automatically, your back heel will start to lift up. And then inhale, twist towards your right thigh, dragonfly. You can keep the right arm reaching up if you want to try for the foot. Keep magnetizing the front foot and the back knee together to make that leg a little closer. You can also lift up onto your block or your couch and see if you can grab it that way. If you've got the foot, use your inhale to lengthen your spine and open the chest. As you exhale, kick the foot into your hand. Maybe let the head fall. When you're ready to release, do so with control. Take that right hand to the inside of your foot. Again, lift your back knee, tuck the toes. Keep that right knee on the triceps. And we can play with a little arm balance here, or you can go right into a flow. If you're playing with the arm balance, squeeze your right knee into the tricep, and then just take a chaturanga, see what happens. Your foot has to get out of the way at some point. And if you've got that, left elbow to the left hip, lean forward until you can lift your back knee, toes. When you're ready to come down, downward dog, three-legged dog, whatever you need to do. If you want to try that one more time before we move on to the other side, you can. Otherwise, take a big breath in, open mouth. I'm sweating, I hope you guys are too. Take one more breath. Bubble the lips, let it out. Bring your big toes to touch. I'm gonna turn this way so you guys can see. Inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, foot in between your hands, lower your back heel. Inhale, warrior two. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Roll them back, and then make your front ribs and sink into your front knee. As you inhale, push the feet away. As you exhale, pull everything back into the front palm. Inhale to exalt. Safely exhale. And one more breath, just a breath. As you exhale, zip up the left side so that you can bring your left elbow to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up. You want to go a little deeper, go inside the foot. If you're warm enough to bind, half bind, or full bind. Maybe you want to go a little further towards paradise. Up to you. Wherever you go, open the chest and lengthen both sides of your torso. Use the feet, inner thighs. Take one more breath. You have the bind, release it as you exhale. Warrior two, stack the shoulders. Opt into exalt again if you want to. Start to straighten that front leg wherever you are. Turn your toes to the side of your mat. We'll do one more wide-legged forward fold, so one more chance to go upside down, or to just hang out in a little modified inversion. Wide-legged forward fold counts as an inversion because your heart and your hips are over your head. So your heart's over your head, your hips are over your heart. It's all good stuff. You don't have to lift your feet up in the air, but if you did, keep pushing the ground away. Take one more breath. Go ahead, Sylvia. And then slow motion, bring your feet up. Take a halfway lift on your next inhale, lengthen the spine. And then quarter turn to the front of your mat, left foot in front. Lizard pose or lizard lunge. Lower your back knee, untuck your toes. And then inhale, find a little ripple of your spine so that the heart now expresses out. And then as you exhale, just dip the elbows, keeping that nice long spine. Inhale, push down, ripple up. Exhale, come down. One more time like that, ripple the spine. And then come to your full depth on the elbows or on your block. Both sides are going to be different every day, so no judgment. Just meet yourself wherever you are. Wherever your body is perfect. It's a miracle. Each breath. Take 2 more breaths here. Maybe walk the hands forward, give up your support. Ooh, I just gave up my microphone. Hopefully you guys can still hear me and that wasn't loud, I'm sorry. Last breath in. Walk your hands back, start to magnetize that front heel to the right knee, feel the back heel lift, and then inhale your left arm up. You can stay here, dragonfly, or reach for the foot. If you can't grab it, or you can't quite reach it, lift your right hand up a little bit. Notice how much higher my shoulders are now. If I'm here because of a lack of flexibility, then that foot's really far away. This little lift of a couple inches makes it that much closer. Inhale to lengthen the spine, draw the inner thighs in. As you exhale, kick the foot into your hand if you have it. Release with control. Plant your left hand inside the left foot. Got that little arm balance again. Hopefully you can see it a little better this time. So I'm gonna keep my hands right to the back of my foot. So my fingertips are in line with my heels. Now I'm gonna lift my back leg, or lift the back knee, squeeze the right or the left knee into the triceps. And then take a little chaturanga push-up and try to hook my right elbow underneath my right hip bone. From there, it's all a leaning counterbalance game. Lean forward until your back toes lift. You can even balance by pushing off your nose. It's okay. The ground's right there. Downward facing dog when you're ready. Take any little shake or shimmy that you need to, pedal the feet. We're gonna slowly make our way to the top of the mat. You can walk really slowly. You can take a hop if you want. Do whatever your body is calling for. Once you get to forward fold, take a little halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, come onto your fingertips, lift your heels, and then come into a toe squat really slowly. Once the heels are on your hips, take your knees wide and start to walk your hands forward again. Bow your head to the ground. Take a big breath in, fill the upper back. As you exhale, slide your fingers back until your hips come to the ground. Right into Baddha Konasana here. So press the bottoms of your feet to touch. Walk your sits bones back a little bit so that your spine's nice and long. As you inhale, open the heart. As you exhale, wave down. You can press the elbows to the inner thighs or maybe in front of the shins. Use your inhales to lengthen the spine. Use your exhales to explore the space. Take one last breath here. As you exhale, slowly come back up. Take your hands outside of your knees, gently close them off. Walk your feet forward. We're gonna come to our back and take figure four. If you like pigeon pose better, you can just go back to downward facing dog and get into your right side. If you're coming with me on figure four, take an inhale to lengthen your spine. As you exhale, come down one vertebrae at a time. Once you get there, slide your heels back just a little bit, and then extend your right foot up in the air. Dig your elbows into the ground, puff your chest a little bit. Take a breath. As you exhale, lift your hips and extend your right heel towards the ceiling. Maybe you can lift the arms too. Just pause, feel that left quad for a moment. Spread your toes. Take one more breath. Lift a little bit higher. Start to externally rotate your right foot, and then hook into your figure four while you're lifted in bridge. Lift your hips as you inhale and pull that right knee down just a little bit. When you're ready to come onto your back, lower super slow. One vertebrae at a time. And then reach for the left thigh or the left shin and pull the legs closer. Now you're in your figure four, your yummy hip stretch. Whatever variation. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, really anchor the sacral area of the lower back, shoulder, back of your head. Your inhales again to make space. Your exhales to explore it. As you empty, that means you have more space. So push the air out and see where you can go. Quickly running out of time. So as much as I would love to see you guys, We're gonna move. You can stay though if you want. We're gonna come into fallen figure four. So if you don't like that, then just stay here. You're coming with me, left hand to right ankle, right arm extends out to the side. I'm gonna come over here so you can hear my mic. And then you're just gonna fall your right foot over to the left side. So it's literally fallen figure four. Right foot comes onto the ground, right palm reaches up for the ceiling, or it's pointing towards the ceiling. Inhale, go up, lengthen the spine.
Do you want to know what enlightenment is?
Exhale to soften. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, release the legs a little bit. So just soften, and you'll extend the left foot towards the top edge of your mat and come into supine twist. So just reach those right toes a little bit further. Left leg extends, and you roll the right hip stack on top of the left, just for a breath. And then exhale, come back to center. Set up for bridge pose. Dig the elbows into the ground by your sides. Lift your left foot, take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your hips. Hug that right heel towards your glutes, and then lift a little higher. Spread your toes, start to externally rotate, and then come into figure four with your hips lifted. Inhale, press into the right foot, lift your hips, feel the opening in both hip flexors and that left inner groin. When you're ready to come down, just slowly, slowly, slowly. And then lift your right foot, pull the right knee into your chest. You can grab the thigh or the shin. As you inhale, lengthen your spine and anchor in all the contact points. So notice if your shoulders are kind of hovering over the mat, anchor them down. Same with the lower back, anchor it down. Same with the back of the head. Big breath in. So you exhale, release a little bit so that you can take your right hand to your left ankle, fall in figure four, slowly let that left foot come over to the ground. Anchor the left shoulder, inhale to lengthen and really spread out. Exhale to soften. Stay for one more breath and then come into that full supine twist. Untangle your legs. Reach your left toes a little further so that the hips stack. Stay for one. Inhale. Exhale, come onto your back. Supta Baddha Konasana. Bottoms of the feet touch. Knees wide. Recline butterfly. One hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Take a moment to notice how you feel. This pose of metamorphosis, a moment to acknowledge all of the growth, all of the change after just 1 hour of intentional breath and movement.
With thoughtless breath, infinite bliss returns. It's an infinity.
Anything else you need before final Shavasana? Take a moment, honor that. And when you're ready for it, just spread out, toes to the corners of your mat, palms to the sides. Walk your shoulder blades apart. And then find those anchoring points again, those contact points on the mat, and spend a few seconds at each one. Starting at the top of your head, just press it down into the mat. Feel that grounding sensation. And move down to your shoulders and gently press them into the mat, melt them into the mat. The backs of the palms, the arms. Hips, calves, heels. Soften your jaw, let the tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Imagine the eyebrows melting apart. And then as you melt, you create more space to breathe. So take a big inhale. Sigh it out. Let your breath be natural from here on. Soft and sweet. Just enjoy the space for a little while longer. With your next couple of breaths, slowly bring some life, movement back to your body. With each inhale, maybe spark up something else. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. And then as you exhale, just drop that back down. And the next breath, maybe you rock your head side to side, lift your eyebrows, roll the ankles and the wrists. And maybe eventually on an inhale, you take a big stretch, like a good morning yawn. Reach your fingers away from your toes. As you exhale, let it go. Bend your knees. And roll over to your favorite side. Take a moment in this embryonic pose. Pose of rebirth. Take a moment to say thank you for your body, your practice, your breath. And when you're ready, come up to a seat. We are coming up right here at an hour. If you want to stay in Shavasana a little longer, you could have. If you're seated with me, bring your hands to heart center. Thank you all so much for practicing with me today. I hope that this Sunday is a little bit more light after this practice. The light in me honors and bows to the light in all of you. Thank you so much again for joining me, everyone. Namaste.